Hello traders, welcome back to this video. I hope you guys are doing great. So a quick update on our buyers. Let's look for our buyers. So in this video today I have some few pairs. And here I have gold, I have XAU USD. Going back to the daily time frame, as I told you guys, we have a very good uptrend, and price is currently finding it difficult to break this support level, the support and resistance level at this point, because we had price reacting from this area. We have this area up here. So currently, right now, if price will be pushing to the downside, it means the price might be looking to come and mitigate some areas down here. And if I drop into the 4 hour time frame, that is when we will have a very clear structure. So we have some rejection from this area. We have this rejection. We have this one and this one here. So currently, right now, I want to see what will be happening at this point. But I think price will be pushing even higher. But we will try and wait to see what price will be doing. And if price will be uh, trying to push even more to the downside, I'll expect price to come and react from these areas. We have some fair value gaps that were left behind here, and I think that is where price will be coming back into to fill these fair value gaps before having any other reaction. So currently, right now, gold, I need us to focus in this area. I want to see what is happening at this point. So I'll delete this here, and then I want to focus and try to look for what structure is being formed here by the market. So currently in the 4 hour time frame, I don't see or have any clear structure. So I'll drop down into the 1 hour time frame. So coming into the 1 hour time frame. So from our last previous our last video on Wednesday, we had a very good analysis, and I told you guys I will be looking to buy from this area. So if you caught this trade earlier, or if you came into uh, if you watched the video earlier, you could have caught this trade from this order block. So I told you guys I'll be taking that trade because I had a very good confirmation from the 15 minutes time frame. We had a very good engulfing candle reacting from that order block. You can see this candle here. There is a very good engulfing candlestick from this order block. And we took this trade and targeted this high up here. So it was a very good trade from that point. And the analysis was done from the video that I made on Wednesday. And currently today I want to look at where gold is having a high probability of reacting from. So gold was having a pullback at this point. There was a very good pullback to these lows. And then I told you guys that we have a valid break of structure. And once this high is going to be taken out, I'll be looking for price to go and clear this high up here. So I'm currently waiting for price to break this high, and we had a valid break of structure at this point because the price pulled back to sweep these internal structures before moving down to break structure. So we have a valid break of structure down here, and that means when price came back up here and cleared this high, we had a valid change of character to the upside. So that is my change of character, and that is very, very important. And then the price, before the price changed character, we had this pullback here. This is our inducement, our internal structure. So the market came back down, cleared this internal structure as liquidity, the inducement as liquidity. And then I told you guys I'll be looking to trade from this area or this area down here. So we had this fair value gap. There was a fair value gap here. So let me adjust this. This was a fair value gap here, a very good fair value gap. Price tapped into that fair value gap, but the price did not fill the fair value gap completely. So the price came back again and tried to fill that fair value gap completely. And after that, we had this reaction to the upside to go up and break a structure. So when we have a change of character, it means the price will come into the discount level if you take your Fibonacci retracement tool from down here, this high up here. So the price will come into the discount level, and then it will fill in the fair value gap or tap into an extreme zone, and then we have a reaction to the upside. So the price did exactly that, and then we had a break of structure to the upside. So this is a break of structure to the upside here. So I have that break of structure, and now price is coming back down. So, and we all know that we are trying to target price to come and clear this highs liquidity, the external liquidity, because currently we see that the market is in an uptrend. So we are trying to look for a buying opportunity to the upside. So because we had this change of character here, that is why we want to support the trend to push up to clear this external liquidity. So the price came back up here, but we do not have a clear we do not have the price clearing this highs liquidity. So still we want to look to buy to the upside. So inside here we have this structure being formed. So we have a valid break of structure to the upside after the inducement was swept, and that means this is our strong low now. So let me delete that. So this is my strong low down here. I want to see what price will be doing inside here. Remember, when the break of structure is being formed, the internal structures are going to be used as liquidity. So the internal structures that we can see here, we can see this pullback, we can see this one, this one, this one, and this one. So we want to see when price comes back, because we do not have a clear point of interest to mark, or let's say maybe a fair value gap. We want to see when price clears, let's say maybe one of these internal structures or all these internal structures, we want to look for a change of character, or let's say maybe a candle confirmation before we look to take a trade. Or let's say maybe if we do not have a confirmation and then we see some buying momentum, we'll be looking to have a continuation entry to the upside, because the most important thing is to get your buyers. So we currently have our range from this low to this high up here, but I also expect price to clear the external liquidity. So currently right now, let's wait to see if we have a good change of character here in the lower time frame before we take a trade to the upside, or if price comes even lower to these lows and clear, let's say maybe this low, the liquidity down here, or this liquidity, and then now we'll be looking for a change of character. So currently right now, for me, I'm waiting for price to clear all those liquidities before I look for a buying opportunity to the upside. So I'm still waiting to see if price will come back down here, and then I'll take my buy to the upside. So that is my point of entry. I'll wait to see the internal structures or the internal structures being used as liquidity, and then I'll have my entry to the upside. So there is a high probability that all these internal structures will be taken out, because we did not have any major inducement. So all these inducements that are inside here, all of them are minor inducement. A minor inducement is an inducement that is formed before a break of structure. It is simply an internal structure that is being formed before a break of structure. But if we could have had a pullback after this break of structure and then a push to the upside, that could have been a major inducement. So that is my point of interest. I want to have an entry from that point, and I want to take a trade with a confirmation, because I don't have any point of interest to take a trade from. So even if you come into the 15 minutes time frame, there is no any point of interest. We do not have a clear order block or a fair value gap where we will be looking for price to tap and have a continuation entry to the upside. So that is my current view on gold. I want to take a trade from that point. So we will wait to see what happens. But in case the price breaks this low, it means uh, when, for example, the price breaks this low and continues to the downside, don't expect price to be reacting from any point around this area. So the best point of entry, when price goes even lower, I'll be looking to take a trade from this area, from the daily time frame area. From this order block, we have this order block on the daily time frame, the fair value gap. We have this order block, but don't depend on that right now. The main thing you should focus on is at this point, because this is just a focus. So when I drop into the 1 hour time frame, I have a very good order block at that point. We have this order block here, so that is a very good point of entry that I expect price to be coming down in future to tap into this area. So we will just wait to see what the price will be doing before we react. We always try to react with how the market reacts. So in case price comes even lower, that is my best point of interest, where I will be waiting to see a good reaction from gold, because there is no any point of interest at this point to make gold react from. So that is my view on gold. I honestly expect price to react from this area because of this change of character and because of this break of structure to the upside. So I want to see price coming into that area, and then I look for my confirmation before I take any trade to the upside. If I don't have a confirmation, I'll try to have a continuation trend, so long as I see the momentum to the upside. And remember, the price is leaving behind a fair value gap up here. So let's wait to see what the price will be doing, and we will react with how the price reacts. So I also have GBPUSD. I also have GBPUSD. So GBPUSD, currently we have a very good pullback. I told you guys I'll be expecting a reaction from this point here, up here, from my last analysis. And currently right now we have that reaction from that point. So if I drop into the 4 hour time frame, remember we had a break of structure down here, a bigger break of structure at this point. And currently right now we are experiencing a pullback. And I expect price to come into a premium level before having more selling opportunities. So if we take our fib level from up here, if we take our fib level from up there to this low, this is already tapping into the 50% level. But I want to make sure I see some internal structures being taken out before having any judgment. At this point, when price tapped into this area, we do not have any internal structures being used as liquidity. So I expect either this pullback here or both of these pullbacks be used as a inducement. So currently right now we have a very good reaction from this point, and I want to use the advantage of this reaction from that point. So let me drop down into the 4 hour time frame. So coming into the 4 hour time frame, we have a very good rejection after price swept some inducements, some liquidity at this point here. Remember, at this point we have some equal highs. So let me delete that. We have this here and this one here as equal highs. So when price swept that liquidity, you can see this rejection here. You can see the kind of rejection that is happening at this point. So I want to see what price is doing at this point here, and then I'll try to look for a trade from that point. And we had a very good valid break of structure at this point. So, and we have the price leaving behind some fair value gaps. So I expect price to be pulling back to fill in these fair value gaps before we have more continuation to the upside. So into the 1 hour time frame. So into the 1 hour time frame, we have this pullback here. Then the price went up to break a structure, and then later the price came back down to sweep this lows liquidity before going up to break another structure. So I'll drop down into the 15 minutes time frame so that we can see clearly the formation of that structure. So I already see the prices are trying to be bearish, but I want to look for more confirmation before I have any conclusion. So currently, right now, the price pulled back at this point. We have this three candle pullback here, and then price went up to break a structure without any sweep of liquidity. Then price came back down to sweep this lows liquidity, and then the price went up to break a structure. So when the price came back here, after this break of structure, this is a valid break of structure, but when the price came back down, there was no any candle close below this low, so there is no any confirmation of a change of character yet. So the price came down, swept this lows liquidity without closing down here, and then the price went up to break a structure. So currently, right now, I have marked this low uh, because I want to wait and see if I will get a candle close below this low. And if I get that candle close, I will be having my change of character, and I look to sell to the downside. I'm currently expecting to have that retracement into these lows because we saw clearly in the 4 hour time frame there is some fair value gaps at this point here. So that is what I expect from this GBP. Currently, right now, we do not have any candle close below this low, so we don't have a confirmation of a change of character yet. So if we have that change of character and price, let's say maybe for example, if we get the price having that momentum to come into these highs, we'll be looking to take our trade from that high. This is an high up here. And remember, there is some fair value gap down there just below the zone. So there is some fair value gap at that point, and we'll just wait to see what the price will be doing. And the best point of interest that I want to take a trade from is from this high up here. So this is my point of interest on GBPUSD. And this point of interest becomes valid if we have a candle closing below this low. But if we do not have a candle closing below this low, we will not be having any confirmation of a reversal. So we will wait patiently and we will react with how the market reacts. So that is my view on GBPUSD. So let's wait to see what the market will be doing at that point. And I'll update you guys on Wednesday with what happens. So I have also Euro USD. Euro USD is currently doing almost the same thing. Almost the same thing. So I told you guys that I will be waiting to see what price will do around this area. This is a support and resistance area. You can see clearly when I go to the daily time frame, you can see that that is a support and resistance area. And currently, price is trying so much to uh, the price is trying to react from that point. So if I come into the 4 hour time frame, I want to mark a point of interest where price can come back into. So let me delete this. When we had this break of structure, this was not a valid break of structure because there was no any sweep of liquidity that happened at that point. But currently, right now, I'm waiting to see if price will come into this fair value gap. We have a very good fair value gap that was left behind here. But price came into that fair value gap to mitigate it. But currently, right now, I want us to focus at this point up here. I want us to focus with what is happening here so that we can take a trade for this in this reversal to target, let's say, maybe the fair value gaps that are remaining down here. So if you come into the 4 hour time frame, we have a fair value gap where the price is currently reacting from. This is the fair value gap that price is currently reacting from. And if you come into the 1 hour time frame, you can see that we have a very good downtrend structure being formed at this point. So I'll try as much as possible to drop down into the 15 minutes time frame, and then let me clear this and also this one here so that the chart can be very clear. So at this point, we can see that price went up to sweep a liquidity to the upside, and then the price came back down again to clear this loss liquidity. And then we had a valid break of structure to the upside. So we have this valid break of structure to the upside. That is our valid break of structure. And then after the valid break of structure, we have a very good change of character to the downside. So when we have that valid break of structure, and when the price breaks that low, it means we have a change of character to the downside. So that is my change of character. And we can see that price, after the change of character, price came back again up here, cleared some internal structures to fill in this fair value gap. There was no any point of interest up here to have an entry to the downside, but price came up, filled in these fair value gaps, and I think price reacted from this level up here. I think price reacted from that point up there. And currently right now we have another break of structure to the downside. So I have this break of structure to the downside. And currently right now I want to see price pulling back, sweep this internal structure as an inducement, and then I'll have my selling to the downside. So this is just a scalping trade. So be very careful when trying to take such kind of a trade to the downside. So coming into the 5 minutes time frame, because I don't have a very good point of interest to take a trade from this point, but you can see there is a fair value gap here. There is a very good fair value gap at that point up there. But currently right now I want to look for a very good order block from the 5 minutes time frame. So into the 5 minutes time frame, I have this order block here that was left behind by price. So that is my point of interest where I'll be looking to have my entry from. So this is my point of entry, the order block from the 5 minutes time frame. So when I come into the 15 minutes time frame, that is my point of interest. So let me delete this. So this is my point of interest. I want to see if price will be coming back up here, and then I'll take my selling opportunity to the downside. So this is my view on a Euro USD. I want to see a pullback into this area. Then I'll take a trade from that point. You can wait for a confirmation from that point, and then you take your selling opportunity to the downside. So that is my view on Euro USD. A very good analysis from Euro USD, because I still expect price to be pushing back down. We still have some fair value gaps from the 1 hour time frame. We can see this fair value gap here that is unmitigated also. So we will wait to see what price will be doing, and we will react with how the price reacts. So that is it on Euro USD. I also have BTC USD, an update on BTC USD. So on BTC USD, if I come into the daily time frame, we want to see uh, the overall trend of the market, or let's say maybe if I come into the weekly time frame. Overally, on the weekly time frame, we are in a very good uptrend, and we had this break of structure to the upside at this point up here, and it seems price came back down to fill in these fair value gaps. Remember, when the price is moving to the upside, price is trying as much as possible to fill in the fair value gaps before moving. And currently, right now, we have a very good reaction from this point. We had a very good double bottom being formed here, and the neckline was never tested. That is why I highly I think price will be reacting from this point, and then we have a move to the upside. So there was a very good double bottom that was formed here, and the price did not test that neckline. So currently right now the price is has already tapped into that area, and we look to take our trades to the upside. So I want to see some buying momentum before I take any trade to the upside. So if I drop into the daily time frame, the only place where I see the price reacting from is from this area. We we have a very good reaction from this area. So let me just mark it with let's say maybe some two lines. We have this order block here, this daily order block. It was not mitigated, a very good order block. So the price tapped into that area and we have a very good reaction. You can see this reaction from that order block. And currently right now I want to see if I will take a trade to the upside. So I want to come into the 4-hour time frame because now we do not have a clear confirmation. I want to react with how the price will be reacting. So currently right now, when the price came back down, let me drop into the 1-hour time frame because on the 1-hour time frame we have a very good clear structure. So when the price was coming down here at this point, we had price breaking this low. We have price breaking this low down here, and then after breaking this low, we had the price pulling back to sweep in this internal structure before going down to break a structure. So we had a valid break of structure at that point. That is a valid break of structure at that point. And then after that valid break of structure was formed, there is no any other valid break of structure. So it means this high is a strong high because the high swept the internal structure before going down to break a structure. So this high is my strong high, and once this high has been taken out, that confirms to me that that is a change of character to the upside. So I want to look for my buying opportunity from that point once that high has been cleared out. So and this at this point here, you can see that price came and we have a change of character to the upside. So currently right now, when I mark that as my change of character, I'll be expecting an internal structure to be taken out. And that means my range now is from this point. Let me delete this. So my range is from this low. This is my range from this low to this high up here. So if we have a pullback, let's expect the price can take this low, or it can react from this low and then we have a continuation to the upside. So currently right now, I want to see price coming back down, and my first point of interest, I have a very good point of interest, an area that was not tested. So I want to see what price will be doing from this order block, from this 1-hour order block. From this 1-hour order block. This is my first point of entry. This is my first point of interest where I want to see price reacting from. And if I come into the 4-hour time frame, we have a very good fair value gap at that point. We have this fair value gap that was not tested also. So that will be a very good confluence to add to my analysis. And when price comes into this area, before I take any trade, I'll be looking for a confirmation because we are not sure if the price will be reacting from this area. So we'll try as much as possible to wait for a confirmation before we take any trade, because remember, once a change of character has happened, the price must look for a sweep of liquidity before reacting even further. So we will wait to see and react with how the market will react from these areas. So currently right now, this is my focus. We do not have any inducement here, but we have some internal structures in the lower time frame. So it is good to wait to have a good reaction before you take any trade, because also this low here, the origin that this low here went up to break this structure, and we had this low taking the internal structures. So it is a very good low to wait for a trade or to wait for a confirmation before you take any trade to the upside. So this is my best point of interest on BTC USD. I'll want to take a trade from that point. My stop loss just below there. After that is after I get a confirmation, and my first take profit will be at this high up there. So I think that is a very good analysis, guys. So thank you for being here. I'll update you guys on Wednesday as always, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel.